Yeah. Now going all right. Oh my goodness, we're there. Yo, YouTubers. Yo, YouTubers. Is everybody all right? Medication time. Medication time. All right. Oh, I'm so tired. I've just been. I am so tired. I don't expect anyone to join me. Oh, we've got a viewer, but we don't know who. I am on, aren't I? I tried doing a live stream earlier and I was uploading the video at the same time, you know, a beer review from my high-def camera. And it wouldn't let me go on, so let's continue, shall we? I can close that now, can't I? Alright. I just get straight on with it, right? What time is it now? Time check. It's 21:45. It's quite early. Wow. I was going to go on early. I was going to go on about an hour ago, and I tried doing the live stream. Like I say, I was simultaneously uploading a beer review, which I need to activate in case anyone wants to watch it. What's it called? Right. Right. Let's just publish this. It's still processing. Upload complete. I'll publish it now. Get that over with. It's out the way. Right. Needs to finish processing. Blah 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 blah. Okay, right. That's processing at the moment. Yeah, I was trying to simultaneously upload a video and do a live stream at the same time, and my computer just couldn't handle it. I've got a really, my computer's quite bog standard, really. It's not that powerful, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm gonna do. It's actually this. Someone contacted me on my channel. I can't remember who it was. Well, I don't know how to pronounce his title. His channel. But he reminded me that my channel has been on 8 years to the day today, right? So let's have this boring, silly little beer review first. Like a live beer review. A really nice quality one for the channel's 8th birthday. 8 years ago when I started this channel up, the first track I uploaded was called Money Go Round. Well, the first video I uploaded was a song called Money Go Round. I had some powerful statements in it, and messages and stuff, and I still stand by that today. 8 years later, the Money Go Round is still happening. And it's not that good, is it? But anyway, let's have a drink. Let's do a beer review live. I'm going to do a beer review live, right? I'm going to continue from where I left off on the last live stream, right? Where I was talking quite seriously about some serious issues, about the way occultism and Aleister Crowley and things like that invoke people to be, I don't know, perverse, you know what I mean? Just going like sexual abandonment and acting stupid in a sexual way, you know what I mean? It's silly, childish stuff, like, I don't know. And I thought I wanted to continue talking about it, like, what was it I wrote? Oh yeah. Just got it. I wrote a couple of notes, so I've got an idea. But I just did the Tennent's beer review before, right, which is about an hour ago. I uploaded it over an hour ago. Started uploading it. I did the Tennent's. I've done a review of the Tennent's beer from Scotland, right? And I put it up and it took me ages to upload it. So I had to take a break. I didn't want to carry on drinking while I was uploading, you see, because I don't want to really get, like, you know, welly tonight. But I've saved a nice drink to do my live stream for this particular thing. I know it's boring. I'm really tired, to be honest, like. But anyway, let's get on with it. And I'll down this beer and then I'll do a bit of talking depending on how I feel. And if I'm feeling a good mood, I'll talk just happy. And if I feel serious, I'll talk about the serious things. But I might leave the serious stuff till tomorrow. I don't know. Anyway, let's go. We've got this to try. Right, this was recommended to me by someone on YouTube. And it's a stout, you see. It's a really good stout, and I'm not really big on stouts these days, but I thought, let's go for it and try it, right? And it's Death Star EP2. I don't know what that means. What does that actually mean? Death Star EP2. Epic 2, Episode 2, Northern Monk. From those people at Northern Monk, and I haven't got my magnifying glass so I can read the... Oh no. Oh no. Right. Nah, really nice stout, yeah. 8 years old today, my channel. 8 years old. And it might be closing down soon. I'm really getting fed up with YouTube, guys. I'm fed up with the adverts, to be honest. I'm fed up with, like, clicking on videos that I just want to watch. And then adverts come on with all kinds of, like sarky people, you know, being, like, sarky, like Freemasonic people or Freemasonic women even, like doing me head, and you know what I mean? Getting to hate it, to be honest, like, getting to hate, like, you know, when I don't watch television anymore, I don't watch the telly, you know what I mean? And that means I don't watch it because it gets away to get away from adverts. I can't stand it. And yet on YouTube, you know what I mean? I'm not going on YouTube Premium or nothing like that. But I've got to hear the same people's voices all appearing like they used to on television, you know. It's like, trying not to swear, but you know. But anyway, let's read this. Let's go for this. Oh man, it looks really good. This, like, chocolate peanut caramel. I mean, not Twist Edition. Northern Monk Twist Edition. Death Star Epic Episode 2. Chocolate peanut and caramel imperial stout. 12%. Bloody Nora, am I in for a treat? How come it doesn't tell you how many views? I don't know. It doesn't matter anyway. So there we go. There's the can. I'm not really big on stout, so I won't focus on it too much or anything. And it cost £5, right? £5 for a can of beer, so it better be bloody good, right? I'm just, you know, from Tesco's. I thought, let's do one last, like, imperial type. I'm not going to do any more of these imperial stouts, okay? But someone recommended it to me, like, so I thought, I'll give it a go, okay? It was quite a while back, you know what I mean? And I remember them saying it, like, you know, you've got to try this, like, it's incredible. Okay, Death Star Epic Episode 2. Chocolate peanut and caramel imperial stout. Rich imperial stout, combining our signature dark beers. Death and Northern Star with chewy caramel and peanut. Canned in the north with Grace Robson. Okay. Hey up, we're Northern Monk. A few years ago we set out to brew some of the best beers in the world from a damp cellar in the north. We didn't have much, but we give... Okay, I've read all that on another can. Can't be bothered doing that. I'm just trying to get it open and try. Ingredients: water, malted barley, gluten, oats, lactose, milk, cacao, hops, caramel essence, peanut essence, yeast. Caramel essence, bit too much going on there, isn't there, really, for me, like, for a beer, you know. But I don't know. I'll do a bit of talking, depending on how I feel. Okay. Let's get it into a glass. Let's see what we have. I've chilled it proper. It's been chilled. Yeah, I'm not really big on stout anymore. Ooh, just see that? The spring resonated on my microphone thing. Let's go. Let's pour the drink. Let's pour. It's beautiful, and this is quality. This though, isn't it? You know what I mean? I'm expecting this to be a nice treat. I don't know. Well, what do you know? It's black, and it looks wonderful. Good. My good giddy aunt. It's like you got to get every drop, haven't you? Northern Monk, Death Star, episode 2. I think it means episode 2. I don't know. Oh man, that looks like that's incredible, chocolatey, beautiful. I mean, just beautiful. You know what I mean? What can you say? Like, and the head is dark. It's gorgeous. Oh man, that looks great. I feel like I'm in for a real treat here, guys. Oh man, look at that! I've got tits and everything. I've got a really. But I'm going to be taking on like a bigger exercise regime soon, guys. To really force myself to get skinny. Like, I'm fed up of being a fat bastard. I've had enough. Alright, oh, the smell, chocolate, and like the caramel. Oh man, that smells absolutely divine, to be honest. Oh man, and it just looks gorgeous. I know this camera's crap. It's like I say, I should have made a bit more of an effort reviewing this with, you know, use me high def camera, but I don't care, you know. And so let's go. Well, it just smells like chocolate and peanuts and caramel. It just smells absolutely divine. Let's get on with it. Up hell yeah. Oh my word. It's not for me. Do you know what I mean? This is not like, it's not beer, you see, but it is absolutely beautifully chocolatey, you know. Oh my word. Oh, that's lovely. It's not like something I'm kind of familiar with, that, like. Oh, that's really nice. Oh my word. I can't, like, I'm speechless kind of thing. It's like too good. It's like it's not me, but it just tastes so quality. You know, the chocolate flavour in it. It's like real, like Belgian chocolate or something. I don't know, like a really nice bar chocolate. You know, I'm gonna belch. You know, not. I'm gonna belch. No, I'm not. All right. I'll take it easy. I just had to just crash my brain with that. And that is just beautiful. Oh man. Oh, I'm not used to that. Oh, what's the chocolate? It springs to mind. In particular. Oh man, that's delicious. You're not supposed to do that. Oh, the warmth. Oh my word, the 12%. It's beautiful. It's such a lovely balance. Okay, it's £5 a can. It's beautiful. I'd highly recommend it if you really like stout. I don't know, if you like imperial stout, if you like imperial chocolate stout, I'd say it's okay. Like, it's okay. Like, you know. No, that's beautiful. I'm just going to be quick with this one. That's definitely a raging 10, right? I mean, I'm not really giving it much time. I love the can. I just keep doing those noises, those little belch noises, you know. But Yeah, brilliant. All right, anyway, let's get on with like just talking, and I want to talk about some more serious issues about the world and that, right? And you know, there's a lot of crap going on in the world, man. You know, where people are being accused of sexual things and stuff like that, and you know, I've put a post up on my channel about you know, these paedophile hunters who pretend to be girls and phone people. You know, they do go in chat rooms pretending to be girls, right? And and then they catfish for someone. You know what I mean? They catfish some I don't know. They look like they're special needs people or something. And the next thing you know, they're knocking on the door saying, "You were talking to me thinking I was a girl, wasn't you?" And asking all this and all that. Like, and it's not even a bird or a girl. You know what I mean? It's a person pretending. You know. So they're being accused of doing something they're not, right, you know what I mean? But I want to give you me first, like, the first time I ever encountered a real, you know, like, paedophilia, right, guys? I know these subjects are a bit, you know, but I'm not monetized, right? And I can talk about whatever I want, do you know what I mean? And I don't want to blow the gaff on anything, or, like, you know, there's loads of mad things, like, you know, the people, but, you know, the acts, what real those people are into, do you think they're going to show it off in public or whatever? Do you know these things like, and they're going around attacking people or arresting people, doing citizens arrests, and innocent people, really. They're just pushing buttons on a phone, basically. They're not actually doing any sexual acts, you know what I mean? But I'm going to tell you a little story about the first time I ever came across what I'd call a paedophile, right? He must have been a paedophile for him to say this to me, right? Right, and it was when I used to work in the Asda Superstore when I first left school. Hold on, let's have another swig of this. Absolutely divine. It's 12%, so I better be careful. It's too rich. It's too much. Beer shouldn't be doing that. It's too rich. It's too chocolatey. But it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well, anyway, I used to work in the Asda, right? My first job I ever got when I left school was in Asda Superstore in Birkenhead, right? As a store assistant, and I worked on various departments, right? And anyway, there was this guy who used to work on the, you know, there was a department in the warehouse called the baler, or the baling machine. And basically, it was where you took your cardboard boxes, you know, when you emptied all your cardboard boxes in the shop and that, like. And you had your empty boxes, you know. And you'd take them to this dude in the baler, and he'd put them in this machine that squashed them together, and then it prepared them for recycling, you know what I mean? And they must have recycled all the cardboard boxes, you know. So that's what this guy's main job was. This guy, he was called Sid. And he was just, you know, he looked like a pervert, you know what I mean? Like classic pervert. He had like specs on, like a 1950s haircut. Oh, he was just creepy. I wish I should have drew a diagram of him or something so you know what I mean. Like, and I know he was a bit of a geek and he looked a bit strange. And he spoke to the old, you know, the middle-aged women, and you know, when you see like the middle-aged battle axes that work in Superstore, you know, when you all go in the canteen, you all work together and talk together and that, like, there's always the battle axes, isn't there? You know, the ones, the older ladies, they're not really, you know, they were the same age as him, you know what I mean? He was getting on, he was like his 50s or something, but I don't know how these guys get jobs, you see. I couldn't get a full-time job in the Asda at the time. I was on a scheme, you know, it was like government scheme days back in the 80s, about 1982, something like that. And I couldn't really get work, proper work, so we were on these schemes. But what I noticed in the work circles is the way these people can get jobs. You know, they seem to get work dead easy, don't they? Jobs for the boys, they actually get work, like, and someone must know the perverts. Do you know what I mean? That they still get the work, right? And this guy, Sid, in the baler room, I went in the baler room one day to, you know, he was one of those characters that when the middle-aged ladies go past, to be like, oh, would you please be my wife? He'd get on his knees and do that, like, no, please, would you marry me? You know, and they go, oh, hey, Sid, don't be daft, you know, and laugh at him and that, like, and, you know, he was that kind of character, you know what I mean? He was like, oh, you know, creepy, horrible. He, you know, he tried chatting up the women as if he was like a straight dude, if you know what I mean. And I went in one day, and the night before, I've been, we've got 2 viewers, I think. But anyway, I went into the to the bailing room, and the night before, I've been in a, you know, I was with a chick having a bit of a roll in the hay, so to speak. You know, I can't remember which chick I was with, or whether I was, I can't remember. I was getting, you know, I was having a bit of a roll in the hay with a chick, right? So I had a love bite on my neck, right? You know what they call a love bite on the neck, like. And I went into the bailing room, just handed me cardboard boxes over to him, like, yeah, because he had a creepy vibe. He just didn't want to be around this guy, you know what I mean? So in as fast as I can, I was like passing them. Yeah, there's the boxes there, Sid, you know. And he goes, he sees the love bite on my neck, right, guys? And he goes, oh, I see you were up to something last night, eh? With someone, eh? Right. And I was like, yeah, you know, a little bit of a circumstance, yeah, you know what I mean? He's like, oh, I wonder what did you get up to then, eh? And I was like, no, nothing, man, you know what I mean? Nothing said, just, you know, just the usual, like, you know what I mean? And I was about to walk away from him, right? And then he looks at me and he goes, and like, this sounds disgusting, right, guys? I'm going to tell you exactly what he said, word for word. But I just can't understand how this guy had a full-time job in the Asda, you know what I mean? How they actually employed the guy. He must have been some kind of Freemason or something, right? But he looks at me and he goes, but have you ever wondered what a tight-assed little boy would be like once in a while? And basically, I won't repeat that. I don't want to repeat that. You can play it back and, well, you know, he asked me if I wondered what a boy would be like once in a while, you know what I mean? In his own words, that was the exact words he said to me, right, guys? And I basically, as soon as he said it, I was literally repulsed, and I thought, I'm going to put his head in the baling machine. I wanted to pick him up and put him in the machine. But I had to literally bite my lip and go, like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about there, mate, you know what I mean? Like, and walk away from him, like, before I smashed his head in, you know what I mean? But, like, how do people like that get jobs? You know what I'm saying? How did he get jobs, like? How did he get work? But for him to say that to me, he must have been into it secretly, mustn't he? Do you know what I mean? I was only 17, 16 or something like that. I was a little boy myself at the time, like, you know what I mean? Oh, that's beautiful. Help. Help. But it's going to be brief anyway. Right, so that was the first. I mean, I didn't really, never aware of any of those things until that moment. Do you know what I mean? Because it's, you know, I had to really sort of force myself to just sort of walk away without saying anything, you know. That's the kind of people that the pedo hunters should be looking for, do you understand? Not simpletons with a smartphone who are being duped by people pretending to be, like, you know, young people. Right. Now, another thing I want to talk about. Well, I have done a talk about that. I used to go boxing. I used to be, you know, I was trying to be a boxer when I was younger. I was in my school days. I went to a boxing club, right? And I was getting into it. I'd done my 2 months medical and all that kind of stuff, you know, where they sort of see if you're fit enough and all that kind of stuff. Got into the ring, I'd done my first sparring fight. I was really getting into it, you know, really intense and really buzzing off the fact, like, oh wow, what might be a boxer. That's how I went fat. That's how I put the flab on. This flab is not through overeating or anything like that. Hold on, who's on? It's Black Cat. Yeah, mate. Yo, Black Cat, you alright? Yo, I'm having difficulty. There's like a bar in where, you know, where I read the comments and that, like, so yeah. Yo, Black Cat, how you doing, man? I've just been reviewing this, and talking about weird sexual stuff, like about like the world and that, like. But I'm reviewing this. Well, it's called Death Star, isn't it? So I don't know. How's it going? Everything's going great, man. Well, fine, all things considered. But I'm talking about, like, I was just talking about when I used to be I tried to be a boxer. I went to a boxing club, and I went through all this training for weeks of training and all kinds of stuff. I had my first sparring fight and all that, and then I went to the boxing club one night where there was no one there. All the other boxers were all away on a fight. I got a fight night at another boxing club. So I had the whole club. That's a heavy beverage. That it is. It's very heavy. It's lovely. I'm just going to do a quick one tonight. I'm just going to drink this beer. I might drink some more. I don't know. Oh no. But I've been on 8 years, you see. This is a celebration because this channel's been on for 8 years today. The 10th of March. But yeah, anyway, back to me boxing days, where I was in a boxing club. Really getting fit, you know what I mean? I was doing sit-ups, I had a six-pack. I done everything, you know what I mean? And then I went to the boxing club and it was empty, and it was just the guy who used to take the subs, Mr. Beck, and he was another guy. He just had that pervy look. He was a pervert, you know what I mean? He just looked like a big fat pervert with thick lens spectacles and everything, right? Same as the other guy in the Asda. How did these guys get the jobs? I just don't understand how someone hires people like this in a boxing club, you know what I mean? But I go into to train in the boxing club, and there was no one else there because they were all away for the fight. So I had the whole gym to myself, do you know what I mean? There was only Mr. Beck, this big, horrible, pervy-looking dude. And I went into the changing rooms and I got my stuff on, my boxing stuff on, ready to go. And I was walking out onto the gym with my shorts on and everything. And he come up to me and goes, "Are you wearing your underpants under your shorts?" I was only like 15 or something, right? And I was like, "What's it to you?" You know what I mean? And he goes, "You're not allowed to wear them on the gym." And I must have Asperger's or something, because I actually, instead of arguing or saying something like, you know what I mean, I was like, oh, okay. So I went back into the changing room. I was taking me undies off, I took my shorts off and took my undies, and he was actually peeping. I looked behind me and he was peeping into the room. Do you get me? He told me to take my undies off. So I was like, oh my word, he's not looking there, is he? And I put my shorts on dead quick. Then I went to go back on the fucking gym. And he stopped me and he goes, "Have you taken your underpants off?" And I was like, "Go away." And he went like that, he went to look down me shorts, you know what I mean? And I just went, spooked, and ran into the changing room, got changed, walked out that boxing club, never went there ever again, you know what I mean? That was my boxing career finished, ruined. My football career, dodgy guy, yeah, man. "Have you got your underpants on?" Oh man, you should have seen him. You've seen a character called Cosmo Smallpiece that Les Dawson used to do. He looked exactly like that, like pocket watch, waistcoat, everything. Like, how did he get a job in a boxing club? So it ruined my boxing career. You know what I mean? So that's a second, occasion where I came across someone who was like, oh my word, that is too chocolatey. It's too chocolatey. It's like a fresh cream gatto or something. It's a fresh cream gatto. It's a chocolate fresh cream gatto in a drink. It's a definite 10 out of 10. So yeah, and I want to talk about another thing now, right? Now, this is weird, like, have you ever noticed sometimes when you're watching television or videos on YouTube or something, like, and there's an eerie presence, like people, like I'm a straight guy, right? I'm a totally straight. If I was bent or gay or anything, I'd say so, do you understand? When people are straight in this world, we're straight, and that's all there is to. That's what we do. We say it, don't we? And that's it, like, and we know what we're into. But lately in this world, it's like there's ghouls, like it feels like that at first, like, you know what I mean, like, and it's trying to make people think that they're gay or something. This is why all this stuff is happening all over the world, and people need to be a bit more resilient and show a bit of reserve, you know what I mean? But the other night I was talking about like how Aleister Crowley beguiled people, like, and you know, what we call Lucifer or whatever. Lucifer seems to have all the gay issues going on in his area. I don't know, the whole thing's a bit strange, you know what I mean? All the sexual issues and that, like. But anyway, I was watching this dude on YouTube, this ex-Satanist, right? And they see, you know, people say they're into Satanism and occultism, but they think it's a good thing. Check out this dude. I can't remember his name. He's got like a Mexican name, or like Ramirez or something like. And he's you know, he used to be. He's into God now. He believes in God and everything now, like, right. But he used to be a Satanist that used to put spells on people and really, you know, he used to work with demons and everything to ruin people's lives, right? And he actually openly says that, like, he would, if say there was a straight man who was happily married and he had to ruin his life, you know what I mean? The demons would say, "You've got to ruin this man's life," you know what I mean? And he said he used to put a bad spirit of homosexuality upon the man and ruin his marriage. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't think that's possible with me. I don't care. You know, say I was married and something and someone tried to do that to me. Like, there's no way it's going to happen with me. Like, do you get me? Like, it's just impossible because, you know. But this guy claimed that he used real demons to convert and make people ruin their sex lives and ruin their marriages and stuff. Lucy Clark, hi. Great content. Lucy Clark, where did you come from? Great content. How do you know? I've just been on. But anyway, welcome aboard anyway, Lucy. Thanks for joining us. But anyway, this dude confessed that he used to put these demons, these spirits of homosexuality upon men to ruin the marriages, to make them go gay, or to make them, you know, like, I don't know what they do. They send a man to ruinate you, you know what I mean? But I was talking about it the other night, the way on the tarot cards of the devil card in the tarot cards, how there's a man and a woman on a chained to the throne of the devil, and you know, he uses them to seduce people, you know what I mean, and they must swing both ways or something, you know what I mean. But this guy basically said, as a Satanist, he used to do that to married men, ruin the marriages, you know, put a hex on them. Like, this spirit of homosexuality would make them think that they're gay and then ruin their lives, you know. Now, lately, haven't you noticed, I've been through, I'm sitting there watching a YouTube video or something, and there's a guy with no shirt on or something, like, and you feel this, like, spirit around you, like a membrane, like, they're like balloons, you know what I mean? It's like a balloon that engulfs your body. And it's trying to beguile you and make you think that you're into a dude. You know what I mean? It's horrible, horrible stuff, right? That's why I think the world's going to end, guys. I think too many people have given into it and allowed it to be too prolific, you know? But that's the kind of main point I was just going to make. I mean, I've got, like, there's a spiritual war, you know what I mean? It's a spiritual war, like, and we can't put up with these things. And when we argue about those things, they'll claim you're homophobic or something like that, right? You know what I'm saying, right? We can't do it, mate. We can't let it happen. We can't let demons run amok and fool us and fool, you know. I'm a strong guy. None of them things are going to fool me, you know what I mean? But I know weaker people, the more gullible a man is, he's going to get fooled by those demons, and, like, it'll play with the minds. And obviously they do it to women as well, make them think they're lesbians or whatever, you know what I mean? You've got to be very, very careful in this world, guys, you know what I mean? You've got to be, like, really careful. I'll just carry on drinking this beer. I might carry on drinking. I don't know. I like this. I like lighten the subject now, anyway. Let's lighten the subject. But just be aware of those things, guys. And I've done a little talk a couple of nights ago on me. It says Aleister Crowley, bull crap or something, you know, devil card in the tarot. I can't remember anyway. Oh, let's have a. Your channel. Sorry. Oh, brilliant! Thanks. Very varied and unique. Yeah, thanks, Lucy. I appreciate that. Brilliant. That's why it's called a roller coaster ride. I called the channel Roller Coaster Ride because it's so different, isn't it? There's music, there's art, there's serious speeches, there's beer reviews, and there's beer reviews. I've only been doing that lately, you know what I mean? But yeah, I've been on. This channel's been up for 8 years today. It's my birthday. It's about 8 years today this channel started. I had another channel before this and I closed it down. There was a lot more material on it, trust me. It was like loads of things. Well, yeah, I thought you meant... I didn't know. You could have been a troll, you see. Because the first time you've appeared, I never knew you. I said, I'll just make... What do you mean, great content? I've only just started. But yeah, if you appreciate my channel, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Oh man, this drink, I just want to gulp it down. But I can't. Oh my word, it's too rich. It is actually too rich. It's too chocolatey. I'm drinking this, by the way. Northern Monk Death Star, Episode 2. Imperial Stout, and it's... Oh my word, it's too good. Oh no, I don't want to belches. Shit. It's funny watching other people doing beer reviews, man. Oh man, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll talk about something. I'm going to challenge myself not to laugh, right guys? This might be funny. I'm going to talk about something funny now, right guys? But bear in mind, I put a speech up the other night. I done a live stream. I was talking about the tarot cards and things like that and the devil card. I just want people to be aware of the way these sexual demons actually exist, and they engulf people like a balloon, like a false soul, and they make people think they're gay. You know what I mean? But let's lighten the subject and talk about something mad. I thought, yeah, let's talk about this, right? And see if I try not to laugh, like. I'm talking about, like, when I was younger, when I was in school, I was in a school play, right? This is like a funny story. Like, I was in this school play when I was a kid, like in middle school, right? And we have the Christmas play, like, everyone used to have to act in these Christmas plays, right? And I had to play this kid in pajamas, right? In the play, like, I was a kid. We were like kids, like, on an adventure. It was a bit like The Snowman or something. We had to, like, go on this adventure, like, and meet all these strange characters, like. And when you're in a school play and you see your friends. Who's this? My foot. Oh, that's one of them. Hold on. Is that one of those naughty... hang on, hold on. Are you these naughty ladies that keep going around giving... you naughty ladies. Look, listen, right. You naughty ladies, you come on people's channels and that, like. Listen, I haven't got a smartphone, right? So I can't contact you in that way. But if you want to, like, do a private email and that, get on to me privately. Any sexy women on tonight, just cut to the chase. Don't bullshit. Just cut to the chase. If you want a date, just, as long as you're buying the drinks, because I am a male prostitute. I am what's it called, a gigolo. I'm a gigolo, right? So if you naughty ladies want to pay me for a good night out, I would be only too happy to entertain you, alright? Get on it, mate. Black cat. Innit? You know what I mean? These naughty ladies, they want to come and they do you think I would pay a woman for sex? Do you think I'd pay chicks for, like, anything, for, like, chat or anything? No, they gotta pay me. You know why? Because I am a sex machine. Do you understand? And I'm not attached. I've not got no ties. I'm not married. I'm a sex machine. Any hot ladies out there, calm down. Don't get too wet. I'm a sex machine. You want to pay for the drinks and take me out? Be my guest. But I haven't got a smartphone. I don't do any of that shit. I don't go on dating websites. I don't do none of that. I just, cut to the chase. If you want to take me out for a drink, ladies, come and get it. I haven't got AIDS. Oh man, this beer is amazing. Okay, back to me story. You go to school and you have to you go in a school play, right? And have you ever been in a school play and you have to look at your own friends? Your mates who you hang out with in the playground. Your friends who you have a laugh with, right? But the way they dress you in a costume in a school play. And I had to go in a school play and look at my friends in costumes, right? Like, dressed as these animals and that, like, and I was like trying not to laugh, like, throughout. I had to try not to laugh, like I was only a kid on stage, you know what I mean? And I was in this play, and I was a kid in pajamas, it has to be this kid walking around, and, like, it was like the snowman, the kid in the snowman, like, that was my part, like, and I was, like, supposed to be with my brothers and sisters in this, we're just acting, like, I need a pen to draw some of these illustrations. I don't know, I haven't got a piece of paper, have I? Like a big piece of paper. Right, but it's really funny, man. Like some people, they might be embarrassed when they were younger. It's like looking back on something, you think, I wish I didn't do that, I wish I didn't wear that costume in that school play, like. How come it only says one view? One view, Ellie? And those chicks appeared. Obviously not prepared to buy me a drink, are they? What did they do, these women, man? I'm only too keen to find out. But yeah, in the school play, right? Like two of my friends, there was like two of my friends, and they were like a good laugh. They were like, like the same as me. They'd be like mad comedy and that, like. But the costumes they had to wear in the school play, I need a piece of paper. Oh man, we got a piece of paper. I'm already laughing thinking about this. Hold on, folks. Hold on. Let's go. Hold on. I need a piece of paper. No, actually. No. Can I do it like this? Oh, let's see if we can do it like this. I'll do it like this. Let's try another technique. Come on, Bruce. You know how to do it. You don't need a piece of paper. What are you talking about, a piece of paper? Paint. Where are you? This is funny, man. Probably the most. What's that one? Use a canvas, paint us a Picasso. Yeah, man. Paint us a Picasso. Oh man, where is it? Where's paint? Windows, paint. Come on. Oh man, do a search. Oh man, where is it? Like paint. There we go. Paint app. Draw some pictures, eh? There we go. Hold on. I'll just shrink my image. Shrink. Right, I'm not kidding you, man, right? This should be on full size, shouldn't it? Full screen, right? Right, I'm on full screen now, aren't I? I'll just check me, yeah. Right. This, I haven't got my pen, I'm just using my mouse here, so it's a bit crap, like, right? Right, but, like, I had to wear pyjamas in the school play, right? And, I'm just challenging myself, like, because every time I think about this memory, you have a memory from school and it just makes you laugh your head off, right? I'm containing myself to try and get on with it, right? But I had to look at me two friends. There was three friends actually, and I can't remember the other costume. They had to wear this costume, right? But imagine seeing one of your friends in school, man, and you're like, there's like a dude, like two lads who are new, you know, they were like my age, and like, but one of them was supposed to be a penguin, right? He was dressed as a penguin, and he just seeing more of the off, like, it's trying not to laugh, like, if you imagine, like someone's like, that's like the face there, right? You know, like, that's the face there, and that's their eyes and that, like, right, I'll just do their eyes. I'm doing this really crap, like, you know what I mean, right? Imagine that's your friend's face, like, you know, in a costume, right? Oh, no. If you imagine that's your friend's in a costume, like, that's his face, right? And, like, the costume's like, like, the one of my friends, he was a penguin, right? So you imagine, like, he had this suit on, like a hood. That's a hood on his head, right? And obviously he had, like, penguins, like, oh, man. He had a penguin suit on. Like this, right? Like, he had this suit on like that. Right, it's like this thing, but he had flippers. Right, flippers. But this lad was funny, you know, this lad was like a funny dude, but like, you know what I mean? This is middle school, we're talking about, I don't know how old I was about 11 maybe, I'm not sure, 10, 11, something like that, right? And it, all right, mate, happy, Geordie's on, hey, Geordie, how you doing, man? Is right. 8 years old today. I'm just doing it. I've just reviewed the beer. Like, you can watch that later, can't you? I mean, but I'm just doing a talk about, like, one of my friends. I had to do a school play. You know, when you do a school play. The reason I'm doing this, right, is like every time I think of this memory, this childhood memory, it makes me laugh, right? And I mean, it really makes me laugh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about it and see if I can not laugh. You know what I mean? It's a try not to laugh, right? It looks like a shoplifter, right? A shoplifter, it does, don't it? But you imagine, these are flippers, man. These are flippers. These aren't hands. These are flippers, you know, like, because he's a penguin, right? In a school play, on a stage, in front of loads of kids, I had to do this school play, right? And look at me friends in this costume, right? And this is one of my friends. His name was, well, I'll tell you his name. His name was Frelia, like, and he actually, in real life, he actually had a big nose, right? You know, like, I'll just, this, okay, hell. Oh, man. I'll just get the picture up a bit. Oh, no, I didn't just close that down then, did I? Oh, Bruce. No, I didn't. Oh, yeah, so it's gone behind there, right? I just want to put the picture up close up, like, I just want to go like this, right? To just remind, I'll just put myself on full-size screen, right? Like, this is what I'm drinking at the moment, Geordie, right? I'm drinking this dark Death Star EP. By the way, I reviewed the Tenants earlier. It's been uploaded. I've done the Tenants review, Geordie, okay? Death Star, episode 2, right? Now, anyway, this lad I'm talking about right now, he was a funny lad. He was in my class, right? And he was in my class, and we had a scream. I knew him all my life, basically, from nursery right up to you know, secondary school, right? And Frelly, his name was. If Frelly is ever out there and he ever sees my channel, get in touch, Frelly, if you're still alive. Yeah, it's heavy. It's just too chocolatey. It's nice. Right, but Frelly was like one of my friends, right? And this is the, you know, in school you have a skit name. You know, when everyone has a name that, like, you skit at each other. You know what I mean? My skit name was Scrag. Scrag, or Smoko Joe. Smoko Joe was some tramp who lived in the woods. He was on a television series at the time, like, and he was a tramp, you know, so they called me Smoko Joe, right? And my other nickname, my other skit name was Scrag, which is a scruffy pigeon. You know, when you see pigeons and they're really scruffy and no one likes them, that was another nickname. Obviously I was a scruffy lad, like, you know what I mean, so I was called Scrag, right? But this lad who I'm talking about, his nickname was Cigar Nose, right? You know, in school we used to call him Cigar Nose because he had quite a big nose, right? So we used to go like that to him when you come into the classroom. You go, "You got a light, Frel? Have you got a light?" Like, you know, pretend our noses were cigarettes. Like, that was like your cigars, you know, because that was his skit name, Cigar Nose, man, right? It was just one of them things, right? But this is what makes me laugh, right? Later on in secondary school, he was known as Cigar Nose, right? Scraggy's beer reviews, innit, man? Scraggy. Right, but anyway, Cigar Nose, Frelly, right, in the school play, I'll just shrink my image again, right, I had to put the image up so you can see. Right, these are me two friends, talk about two friends who I used to know when I was a kid, right, who made me laugh and that, like, but in the school play, you know when you try not to laugh and we've all got a costume on, you know what I mean? Right, so go back to middle school. Let's get back to this, hold on, how do I get that on the screen? Well, it is, right. Let's get back on the full screen, right? Right. Waggy's big bro, lol. Right, anyway, so this is Frelly, right? Imagine this is Frelly in the school play, right? When we were younger. This was before we used to call him Cigar Nose, by the way, you know what I mean? Oh, man. I was just going to be funny, man. Like, but if you imagine seeing your friend in school on the stage, man. Like, dressed in this costume. Let's see if I could do... It was blue. And because he's... because he's supposed to be a penguin, right? He had, like, they put this thing, this, like, blue, like a big blue pullover with flippers, right? That's why I'm doing this speech, mate. That's why I thought, oh, man, I'll try and talk about this school play, because every time I think about it, it kills me, mate. It just kills me, right? He's got this blue thing on, like a blue... It's got a hood. You see, his head is covered, and it's just his face. Just his face is visible, right? But because he's a penguin, he's got, like, eyes there, you know what I mean? Like, there. Oh, well. Right. He could be dead now, Frelly. I don't know. He was in like a bad way the last time I spoke to him. When we were really older, when we were all adults, like years later, it's like Train Spotting, you know what I mean? It just gets a bit funny, like, you know what I mean? And he had this thing on his head. Trying not to laugh. Like, where the peak, you know, like a baseball cap, you know, the peak of a baseball cap. Because he was a penguin, right? He had this peak like this. Like, stop. Do you know what I mean? Like this huge peak that was meant to be his beak, you know what I mean? Right. Years later, we used to call him Cigar Nose. Do you get me? Like, it's just mad. It's so mad. Black Cat's laughing, like. Right. They're flippers, man. You can't see his hands. He's got flippers, man, right? So it's like, and there, you know, the legs, where the legs are, man. They had to wear tights, you know what I mean? They had, like, tights on. Just imagine seeing your friend in school. A breadstick knob on his head. No, if you imagine it's a peak, though, like a baseball cap. Well, yeah, it looks like a French loaf. Or something, right? But this was like, I don't know if I can do the colour, like, see if I can fill the colour. Let's trying to do it like accurately, man. Call it blue, right there. Yeah, there you go. Right, and his tights were blue as well. Right, he was meant to be a penguin. He was blue. Right, I only have to think. Whenever I'm feeling down, mate, I only have to think about this memory. It kills me, like. Oh, help. Right, and the peak was like yellow. Right, I don't do all of it. Yeah, it's alright. It's filled in. Right, so there you go. Imagine seeing your friend like down on the stage, who you have a laugh with in the playground, you play football with and everything, like, and he's your mate, like, you know what I mean? And he was dressed like that, right? But my other mate, he was a penguin, right? And my other mate was like, what's there? Let's get back to the colour, like. I just like, you know what's weird though? When you're actually in the play, when you're a kid yourself, you're sort of jealous, aren't you? You get jealous of your mates doing like, pencil. Right, we've got a pencil now. Hold on, let's just see if this works. Yeah, it's alright, man. Right, now my other mate, who he actually recently passed on. It's like, this is the sad part about this bit, like, but it's what he passed on recently. I heard from his relatives, or one of my friends told me, one mate's got these flippers, and this lad he's recently passed on, but he was another lad who was like funny, and we had a laugh in school and everything. Yeah, but they put this costume on him, and I was like, oh man, I don't know to like be jealous of him or sort of feel sorry for him, you know what I mean? But right, he was an owl, right? He was meant to be an owl, right? Right, and this is this is what his costume looked like, right? I'm trying to think how I can draw it and fill the colours in, like. Oh man, right? He was meant to be an owl, right? Okay, so let's see. His face was like that, like if you imagine a hood, say let's put his eyes, like his eyes are there and that, like, right, and he was like that, right? His face, your mates, like, you just, seeing your friends, R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. I mean, he was a good lad and that, like, and he was okay and that, like, but I'm hoping to instill like a bit of comedy about the past regarding this person, you know what I mean? Because he was a really funny lad, right? And you know what's funny? Like, as he got older, he turned into a real hard knock and wanted to go around beating people up, and he was quite a hard lad eventually. You get me? This is what's really funny about it. He ended up like a really tough, hard lad. Do you understand? He would have battered anyone, if you know what I mean. He could have battered anyone, right? But back in school days, when you're like middle school, I saw him dressed like this, you know what I mean? Because of the way the school dressed him in the costume. There's Frelly there. That's Frelly as a penguin, right? With flippers and tights on. Right, this is what they did to poor... I'll just call him Robbie, okay? His name was Robbie, like, right? This was what they did to Robbie, man. He had this firm. I'm trying not... I don't want to ruin it, like, too soon, like, the effect. So how can I do this without, like, spoil it, like... So, okay, he's got a hood on like this. The same sort of routine, like this hood. And he had wings. You know what I mean? He had, like, wings like that, right? Right. And, oh, man. He had wings like that, right? Right, with this thing like that, the same sort of thing, like this gown, right? And he had tights on as well, right? There's nothing like, it's nothing, sexual or gay or anything, you know what I'm saying? This has got nothing to do with any of that, like. Right. He was like this, right? Like an owl, right? He was meant to be an owl. Right, he's dancing on the... They danced, you see? That's what, like, really kills me. It kills me when I think about it. They actually danced. Freddie and Robbie, man. Right. Now, if you imagine he's an owl, he's got wings. Right, but this is the part that kills me. It always kills me when I think of this, mate. This is what really makes me laugh. See the way he had a beak there, like a beak like a penguin. He was meant to be an owl, so his beak was like this, like it was like I'll do straight lines, I think. I'll need a straight line thing, yeah. Line, yeah, that's it. I need a line. I need a line, right? So you, right now, think about this, right? Right. This is made of cardboard, man. You know what I mean? Oh, this is gonna kill me, this, mate. He had a fucking... He had a beak like this, man. It's like a triangle on his head. Like, right, it's like triangle. Let's get the pencil again. Like. I've got to put the colour in, like, to bring it out, like. Right. Every time whenever I'm miserable, man, I just think about this and it just cheers me up. I don't know why. I can't. It must be like Asperger's or something, must it? You know what I mean? Right now. So his costume was like this, right? Let's get the yeah, it's right. It's working. Yeah, he was like this. He was in green. He was an owl. I think he was green. I'm not sure. Hold on. Oh, can you imagine seeing your best mates like that on a stage, mate? Trying not to laugh. I was safe. I only had to wear pyjamas, you know what I mean? I was alright. Green Power Ranger. Oh, man. Too much this, man. Hold on. Right. I'll carry on talking, try not to laugh, right? Can't remember what colour the beak was. I think it was like must be nostalgic too. Man, just think about it, man. Just think about seeing your best mates, like you know, your comedy friends. We were in middle school. We used to have a laugh. We were like proper mates, like. But these drama teachers like put us in these costumes and just like probably ruined our lives forever. You know what I mean? What colour was his beak, man? I'm not sure. I think it was like this, like, you know. I think like that, you know what I mean? He had a beak like that, you know what I mean? His beak was like that. Cigar Nose had a beak like a big mad beak. And Robbie, we'll just call him Robbie, like, for now, like. Wish my Christmas place with this colourful. Man, this was like Gone with the Wind, you know what I mean? We were like epic stars, like, you know what I mean? Right, now... I'm trying not to laugh, hold on. Imagine... Imagine trying not to laugh on stage, looking at your own friends like that, man. It's just ridiculously funny, mate, you know what I mean? Right, but they were both smiling like that. Honestly, they were like, I mean, I'm not like just saying smiling. They were like, when the play was happening, like, just when the play was happening. They were like that, like, proper beaming me. Right, that's what they look like. Right, and he put this music on. I mean, the third person, I can't remember what his costume was for some reason, right? The third person in the scene, he was my friend as well, but he was more like one of the quiet lads. He wasn't like as mad. You know, these two guys were proper funny lads, like, do you get me? Like, and in the play, they were taking it serious. That's what was like quite funny. You see, they were actually going for the Oscars, if you know what I mean. They were actually going for the Oscars. Do you know what I mean? Like, really taking it dead serious, but like enjoying it, right? And they had this music on, man, where they were dancing to, going like, they had to dance. I'll try and, yeah, so I'll just enlarge the image on my screen, right? I'll do a demonstration of what they had to do on stage to this music, man. The music was like, I don't know, it's a famous music. It goes, I must have Asperger's. I mean, we're talking about like 1978 or something here, man. We're talking about, well, maybe earlier, 1976, 75. It's an old memory, you know what I mean? And he had this music on going, ding 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 ding. You know, they were dancing to that music, right? It was just really shit music, right? But they had to dance to that wearing tights. They had tights on, right? And these costumes, he had wings and he had flippers, right? And man, I just remember looking at them, and at the time I remember thinking, I'm jealous, man, I'm jealous. They've got better costumes than me. I'm just wearing pyjamas, you know what I mean? Years later, I was like, thank fuck for that, mate. I didn't have to fucking wear that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck, I'm fucking, give me them pyjamas now, mate. Like, but they were dancing to this music proper. When you say proper into it, they were proper into it, mate, right? And I'll show you how they had to dance, man. If I can, you know, without, you know, I'll just give you an example. I have to take my headphones off to demonstrate. I'll just put the screen on big, right? I think I can have another drink, right? Right, I'll just step back. I'll take my headphones off, right? I don't know if you'll be able to hear me when I get the microphone, right? I know I'm gonna look like a fat bastard here, mate, like, but I don't care, right? But watch, right? They had to dance like this to that music, right? Listen. They had to go. Hold on, I'm on camera. This is your best friends, you know what I mean? Hold on, just turn the heating off, it's getting hot, hold on. Right. Right, they had to go. Do you know what I mean? Like that? And they had wings. One had wings and one had flippers, so it was like, and the faces, man, they were like that, like, no proper smiling, like, you know what I mean, like, right. So I was like, I had to, like, watch it, man. I had to watch it, like, try not to laugh, right? But, like, Black Cat's laughing, man. Right, and, like, it gets better. This gets funnier, man, right? This school play was like, all I have to do is think about it and I'm alright, you know what I mean? I'll laugh my head off, right? But it gets better. I'm looking at Frelly and Robbie doing this like dance, man. Did you find out what the song was? No, it's a famous tune. It's famous. But I've never been able to recognise it, right? It's like and really shit music, really, you know what I mean? But man, were they getting into it? It was unbelievable. You know, I was thinking, wow, Frelly and Robbie are like really getting into this, man. And he was flying. And he was like flipping and, flipping like he had flippers. He had flippers. Right. But later on. Oh, well, hold on. What time is it? I'm not too late here, am I? I'm not going to wake the name. It's alright. It's only 11 o'clock. That's what's hilarious. I only found out last year. Well, no, only a few months back. He passed on. He's on the other side now. I hope he might have been reincarnated as an owl. Right? I know my music, but I can't think what it is. Yeah, exactly. That tune you sang gonna be stuck in my head now. He's right. Hey Geordie, by the way, I watched, your funny review where you were drunk and you did that review for that beer. I laughed my head off, man. That was so funny, man. Proper laughed at, mate. But anyway, back to the school play. They did this routine, man. Imagine they got tights on. They had tights. You had to wear. They were forced. It was part of the costume. They looking at your best mates wearing tights. It's not like some of them things that you used to, Throughout this play, I was proper trying not to laugh. You know what I mean? But it gets better. Right. Another friend of mine. I'll draw his costume on. It's another friend of mine, right? As the play progressed, right? They've just done their dance routine. For the life of me, I can't remember the third lad's costume. In that there was 3 of them dancing. And the lad who was there, I can't remember his costume. I don't know why. I'm blanked. It's like I'm not allowed to remember it. It's like he's like, don't fucking remember me, Bruce. I don't want anyone knowing about that lad. You know what I mean? But anyway, another friend of mine, he was in the play. He was named Simon. He had to be what was called an ice devil, right? An ice devil. He was called the Ice Devil, right? They were like a gang of lads called the Ice Devils, right? This play, someone out there, right, has got this on Cine Film, by the way. Do you know the teachers that done the play with us? They had a camera, they had a Cine camera. Someone out there has got this on video somewhere. You know what I mean? I'd scout the air for it. You know what I mean? If I could get it, But he's got his beak there. He's an owl. He's got his beak there. Right, and later on in the play, I was confronted by another friend he was wearing I was in a pair of pyjamas, you know what I mean? I just had to wear pyjamas, I was okay, But these lads were called the Ice Devils, right? And their masks were like this, man. This was I'm not kidding you, man. This is what they did. It was just flat piece of cardboard, right, painted white. A flat piece of cardboard, right? Shaped like this, right? Imagine seeing one of your mates like this on stage. Right. Right, he had a mask like that, shaped like a star, right? And if you imagine just 2 holes like that, right? Dave's the Ice Devil, man. And he had to wear these big white gowns like this. I can't remember if they had tights on, man. Right, these were the Ice Devils, man. Right, and they had hands there like that. They didn't have wings or flippers or nothing. That's the normal hands right there. Right. That's what it is, man. he was He's right, man. Geordie, you made me laugh. You know what made me laugh? The way you go, when you had the swig of that beer, you went, You go like, you're proper pissed, aren't you? You actually wellied and you go. And it's like you don't give a shit what that drink is. You just go and like, you just welly it and then you go. It's like, oh my word. I was laughing my head off at that, man. Alright, back to the Ice Devil, right? Now, you imagine they've got glitter around the eyes there, like silver glitter, but there's just little holes there, man. You can see the real eyeballs, you know what I mean? That was like a flat piece of cardboard, you know what I mean? Imagine a flat piece of cardboard on someone's face, shaped like a snowflake, you know what I mean? Or, you know, Jack Frost. I don't have to colour these in because they were white. I'm not sure if they had tights on, I'm not sure, but it didn't matter, like. They didn't humiliate them that far, like, I think. In the school play, right? But this poor kid, man. I was proper well eat. Right, this was a nice devil, right? And he was like, there was like 4 of them, right? And we had to, like, in the school play, right? I'll just get me big, you know, me big image on the screen, right? I'll just get back to the full-sized image, right? If you imagine in the school play, right? Right, you know when you do like, it's like, you know, like you're supposed to be being violent. He was proper cool, man. But you know what, you're talking middle school, about 11 years old, something like that, 10, right? And in a violent scene, you know, it's not like, you know, you do like a John Woo movie or a Bruce Lee film where everyone batters each other. You've got to pretend to hit each other, haven't you? You know what I mean? In a school play, like. And we were told, I was a kid in pyjamas, do you know what I mean? I was wearing pyjamas, and I had to be this kid in pyjamas, like. And at this point in the play, like, we were confronted by the Ice Devils, right? And we were told to do this as the violence, like, you know, like, just stand opposite each other and not make contact, but just sort of go, do you know, looking at each other as if we were pushing each other backwards and forwards, but we don't actually make contact, like, it's like a mime artist, you know what I mean? Bearing in mind, we were all like mad lads, just like trying not to laugh, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like that, like with this Ice Devil man going, and he's pushing me back and I'm pushing him back, like, and we're just going like that, like an energy field between us, like a magnetic field, like, and I've got to look at him, I've got to look at me mates, he's got this star-shaped mask on, and his eyes are like real, and I can see his eyeballs like that, you know what I mean? Like, his eyes are like that, like through these holes, if you know what I mean? And I'm like that, like, right. And they put, you know, the music Mars, by Gustav Holst, it goes, you know that music Mars, like, that was like the battle scene, you know what I mean? We were battling with the Ice Devils. And the other kids next to me had pyjamas on and that, right? And the girls had nighties on. We were like, you know, we were battling with Ice Devils, do you know what I mean? Going, like fighting like that, like and the kid in front of me who was wearing his Ice Devil costume, his name was Simon, right? His real name was Simon. If he's out there somewhere and he watches this, I hope he has a laugh. I don't know, you know what I mean? Anyone who sees this, you got to have a laugh, haven't you, if you remember this, like if you were actually there, like, well, like that, like, right. And you know the bit in the Mars theme where it goes, like, that was the key, that was like the cue. That was the cue for, like, right, at this bit, the Ice Devils retreat and they're being beaten. You know, that was what the teachers told us, that these student teachers who taught us this play, they were like, when you hear this music going, bam, 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 the Ice Devils are going to start walking backwards, you know, as if they're being defeated. Right, so if you imagine the music going, right, but the problem was, the Ice Devil, who I was fighting with, right, he got it wrong, man. He got it wrong, man, right, so I'll just show the picture again so you know what I mean, like. Oh no. Hey, like, right, I'm looking at my friend looking like that in front of me, right? And behind him, right, behind him there are like curtains, you know what I mean? Like we're on a stage. And he's got curtains behind him there, man. Right. And there's the stage there, like, you know what I mean? We had like a bit of space and that, like, right. And this is some Star Wars type shit, lol. It was. I was like, I was Luke Skywalker, wasn't I? And they had this fucking stormtroopers, aren't they? The Ice Devils. They're the stormtroopers. They were all in white, you know what I mean? But you imagine, like, me mate, like, I'll just try and draw his eyes, like, as if, like, he had real eyeballs there, you know what I mean? I could see his real eyes through them holes there, mate, you know what I mean? I couldn't see his face, couldn't see nothing else. I just see these, like, real eyeballs right through them holes there, like, you know what I mean? And, like, yeah. The music, right, it went... It's kind of like a virtual art class, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. This is like, you know, it's a kind of an art lesson in a way, isn't it? Like, how not to draw a penguin, an owl, and an ice devil. Your best friends in school, like, poor kids have to be subjected to this, like. But you imagine that's my friend there, right? And he's in front of me, and he gets the key wrong. You know the bit when it goes, there's like an explosion, isn't it? It goes... And the teacher said, when you hear the explosion, the Ice Devils must walk backwards as if they're being beaten. And what we were supposed to do at the end of it is, like, they just fall to the floor, you know what I mean? The Ice Devils would have just sort of shrunk and fell to the floor and gone, and fell to the floor. And we carry on doing that to them, like, with our magnetic energy, like, you know, as if, like, trying not to laugh throughout the whole thing, right? And next to that Ice Devil, there was another friend of mine standing off the camera here, like next to him was another Ice Devil dressed just like him, and I knew him as well, and he was funny as well. Like, we were all like mad lads. We all used to be into a laugh, you know what I mean? So you can imagine like between our brains, we were also like, I can't believe this is happening to us here, mate. You know what I mean? What are you doing to us? But this kid, Simon, he's the Ice Devil in front of me, and next to him is Stephen, another Ice Devil, right? You got to think of like two Ice Devils, like, there's a row of them, like, you know what I mean? And we're battling with them, like, you know what I mean? And anyway, Simon in front of me, he gets the key, he gets the what's the word? What's that word? The key. What's the word? The key. The cue. He gets the cue right wrong. He thinks he's heard the explosion in the music go dun, 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 but he didn't. He got it too soon. You know what I mean? So he starts walking backwards when he shouldn't have. Do you know what I mean? And the other Ice Devils hadn't started walking backwards yet, right? And I started going like this, right? I'll just put myself on the screen, right? Right, this is all in one play. You wouldn't believe it, would you? I'm like that, right? Right, and he gets the cue wrong, and he starts marching backwards too soon, right? So he's like that, looking through the holes in his. He's like that, looking through the holes in his mask, like that. His eyes not like that, like. With these like spiky, no, spikes made of cardboard, you know, just a piece of cardboard painted white, shaped like a star stuck on his head. You know what I mean? He's like that, looking through these holes like that, right? And he gets the cue wrong, right? And he starts marching backwards like too soon, right? So I start going like this. I'm meant to be fighting with him, right? And I realised, hold on, you're going too soon here, Simon. Don't, you know, stop. So I start going like that. I'm fighting with him, like, still doing that, you know, because obviously there's an audience watching, you know, kids are all watching, like, in the school, like. I'm like that, like, and I started going. No, beckoning him backwards was like, I was doing that going. Like, and I couldn't say nothing, I was like going, you're going too soon. You know, I was trying to use ESP, I was trying to tell him with me, like, come back. Come back, Simon, you're going too soon. You like, the music's not right yet, you're going too soon. And the other Ice Devils saw it, like, you know, they were looking at him thinking, he's gone too soon, you know what I mean? So he starts marching backwards like that. You know, as if he's being beaten too soon. And so he goes like that, and he goes quite far back, and then stops, and he realises what I'm telling him. I'm like, you've got to come back. You know, you've got to come back forward and pretend you're like, you know. But he didn't come forward again, you know what I mean? He just stayed where he was. He thought, okay, I've gone too soon, haven't I, lads? You know, he looks at the other Ice Devils, and they're all looking at him and say, you know, you've gone too soon, man. So he stands there like that and pauses. He's like that with this mask on like that, like. His eyes like that, like, you know what I mean? Through these holes, he's like that, like. Trying not to laugh my head off in a pair of pyjamas, you know what I mean? And then the cue actually happens. Do you get me? The cue actually happens while he's paused like that, and we're sort of trying to catch up to him. The cue goes, dun, 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 dun. So he goes, right, now's the time to walk backwards. But he didn't realise he'd gone right up to the edge of the stage. Do you know what I mean? So he goes like that. All of a sudden, he starts walking backwards, and he just goes, you know, the curtains open. And he just falls back, you know what I mean? Now, this is not funny, you know, this is not actually funny, obviously, right? But you got to see it from my perspective. I was like, oh my word, he fell off the stage. You know, he went too soon and he got to the edge of the stage and he fell off the stage. It's dressed like a star head, you know what I mean? He went, right, and all I remember seeing is this, you know, this, thing, like, right, see, like this, like, see the curtains behind them, they just parted open like that, like, you know what I mean, just parted open, right, and all I remember seeing is him falling backwards off the edge of the stage there, man, right, he just fell off the edge of the stage, and there was a piano at the back of the stage, at the side, that wherever the curtain opened, and he just went, woof, he fell back, right, and actually, I was looking at him, you know what I mean, I was looking at the guy, like, as he fell down, like, you know, dressed in his costume, and he just went, and he hit his head on the piano behind him. It must have been a violent fall, you know what I mean, it must have hurt himself, let's put it that way, right, in the middle of a school play, you know, in front of an audience, right, he falls off, he hits the piano behind him, you hear the piano keys going, no auto-tune and everything, like, you know, as he hit the piano when he fell back, right, and then the curtains just, like, closed slowly like that, you know what I mean, he went, and he was gone, right, and the other Ice Devils had kind of timed it right, and they were on the floor pretending to be dying, if you know what I mean, they were, like, doing it right, they were all on the floor, like, sort of, oh man, you know, the other kids were fighting them, and they fell on the floor. And the other Ice Devils, they timed it properly. They didn't fall off the stage, obviously. So I was like that, to an empty space. Do you know what I mean? There was an empty space. There was no Ice Devil on the floor. And I'm still doing this thing with my hands as if like I'm beating this Ice Devil. He's not there anymore, right? And he was like a hero, though, you know. He was like a hero. He tried to get back onto the stage. You get me, right? like heroic. Right, so it's like... I just seen this, like, so trying, how can I draw this, like, let's see, I'll do another tab. How do you do tabs on this, man? Is it that one? No, it doesn't matter, does it? But anyway, imagine the curtain closed like that, right, on the edge of the stage, and there's no one there. Next thing, underneath the curtain, he tries to get back on the stage, you know what I mean? And I seen his head pop in, and he come in like that, and his mask was like this, man. Like some of the spikes were all bent and that, you know what I mean? Because he just like had a collision, you know what I mean? Like his mask was like that, like, you know, proper battered, like, you know what I mean? He had his eyes still, though, you know what I mean? I seen his eyes through the holes. Imagine that, man. Who's this? Dustin Navarro, VOM. Hey, Dustin, hey. Look, I don't mind women coming on with those naughty websites, but if any faggots come on, get off, go and beat it. Get off, you're not welcome. Don't want to, you know, naughty women are welcome, like, but not naughty men. No way. Right, anyway, this kid comes back on the stage like this, right? You know, you imagine the curtain opening, and he attempts to climb back on the stage, like he's got his costume on still. He's like, if you imagine in desperation, like thinking, I've got to finish the play, I can't just let the lads down, you know what I mean? So I seen this figure like that, like coming through from the curtain. Iceman's had a heavy night. Yeah, look. I'll just do his eyes so you can get an idea of what it was like looking at, like, you know what I mean? Sort of capture the realism of it, like, right. And he desperately tried, you know, like, the show must go on. He tried his best, man. He actually tried to get back onto the stage, right? And I seen him, like, coming through the curtain like this, man, you know what I mean? That's what I saw coming through the curtain. No, what was like that earlier? It was like that earlier, this brilliant, splendid star shape, like Jack Frost thing, right? He was like trying to get back on the stage, and that was all bent. So all the spikes were bent and broken because it was just cardboard. His mask was all, you know, it was just cardboard. You know what I mean? It's just all bent and that. They were all like, like fucking. Right, he tried to get on the stage, and then I just seen his teacher's hand on his shoulder. You know, like a teacher's hand on his shoulder, going, "No, son. Don't try and carry on. You're hurt. You're injured." You know what I mean? It was like a heroic moment for him. Like, you know what I mean? He tried to get on the stage, but the teacher stopped him, and like I just seen the hand on his shoulder, and he sort of went back again, and the curtain closed again. Then, you know what I mean? And he disappeared again, right? So I was like still doing that on the floor, you know, like having to carry on acting, right? And there was no one there. There was no Ice Devil there. You know what I mean? He was gone. He was not going to get back on that stage. Like, you know what I mean? His spikes were bent, everything, right? And the other Ice Devils were on the floor, right? And they must have seen it all. They must have all been watching from the side, you know, like peeping and watching it happen. And the Ice Devil that was like next to me on the floor, he was not opposite me. He was Steve, the Ice Devil Steve. Man, he was on the floor in his costume, and he was shaking with laughter. You know what I mean? He was just like sort of like going. Like, he must have been laughing his head off, but I couldn't hear him because of the music, you know what I mean? And the Mars music was still going. I was like, and I was like, oh my word, this is so tragic. It can't. If it was in a film, you wouldn't believe it, would you? You know what I mean? It just wouldn't be possible, like. Right, so that happened, right, in the play, right? So I'm thinking, how can we continue? You know what I mean? How can we continue after that? Like, the kid fell off the stage, and he had a serious, you know, he banged his head on the piano, like, it was quite serious, like, but, you know, it was the way he tried to get back on the stage that made me laugh. I was thinking, oh no, don't do it, man. He was there, and then he became that, like, you know what I mean? I had to battle with an empty space, basically, right? Right, and then, but the funniest part, like, to cap it all, at the end of the play, right, at the very end of the play, we had to fall asleep or something. I was in pyjamas, right, and the scene ended with me falling asleep. We all fell asleep, and, oh man, how does it work out, man? Oh, that's it. These guys, the owl and the penguin and that, like, and the other creature, they woke us up from our sleep and led us to a safe place. Do you know what I mean? So one of my, like, I always remember, and it was Frelly as a penguin, he had to wake me up, you know what I mean? And I always remember us, like, him tapping me on the shoulder, and my man pretending to be asleep and looking up at me mates, like, you know, one of my best friends with this fucking big peak thing on his head, smile at me with this hood on, and he's like, and he had to stand back and do a point with his flipper, you know what I mean? Go, we go this way. You know what I mean? And I was like thinking, oh man, this is just get too much. It was like one of the funniest things I've ever experienced in my life. Do you know what I mean? But like, it's just impossible. How can you do that to kids, man? You just can't do it, can you? You can't do it, like. So he does this point thing, and he tells us where to go for another, like, to escape this realm of the Ice Devils, right? And then what happened was, we went to another place. And then we fell asleep again. We were supposed to be asleep again, like, and Father Christmas was like putting slippers down on the stage, right? What do you call them? Stockings? Slippers. So I looked up at my mate who was dressed as a penguin, right? pointing to go to where Father Christmas is, right? And he points us to this place where Father Christmas is. We fall asleep again, right? And then this guy called Gary comes on the stage dressed as Father Christmas, you know what I mean? Putting down stockings, right? And all the kids were laughing their heads off. The audience was laughing. Iceman's. All the audience were laughing, like, you know what I mean? We were thinking, why are the kids all laughing, you know what I mean? This is meant to be a serious scene. Father Christmas is putting our stockings down while we're asleep, and you know what I mean? The kids are laughing. And then when Father Christmas put his stocking next to me, like, you know what I mean? A stocking next to me. They were flat. They had no presents in them, you know what I mean? They looked like this. You know, they were like big. The school teachers have made these things like look like a Christmas stocking. Oh, that's a bit shit, that, isn't it, man? They had like that, like like this stocking like that, right? But it was just flat. There was no presents in them. So the kids were all laughing their heads off as if say, you know, what Father Christmas would put down a Christmas stocking that's got no presents in. They just look like a flat piece of paper, you know what I mean? So that's how the play ended, with all the kids laughing at us, going, ha ha ha, that stockings is shit, you know what I mean? I was like, oh my word, this is a tragedy, like. But if anyone out there, right, if you got that school play on Cine Film, because I know they filmed it, right, someone filmed it, someone out there has got that somewhere, right, and I need it, you know what I mean, like Stanley Kubrick or something like that. If you got that, like. But this is too much, isn't it, you know what I mean? This peak. I'll try and erase it from my mind now. I'll try and forget about it, like, so I don't have to, you know, I'm trying not to laugh, like, you know what I mean, basically, like, I mean, you think, I mean, I don't know, if you had a mad time like that, it's like a trip, isn't it? Like, you know, kids on LSD or something, they spiked us or something, I don't know, it's just too mad. Oh, wow, that beer. Yeah, so Simon's watching, the guy who fell off the stage, you know. I hope you're alright, man. I hope you straightened your points out and that, like. Robbie's on the other side. I hope he became an owl. I made up a joke about Robbie, actually, you know what I mean? This lad, Robbie, man, he became a hard knock, right? Like I say, he became tough, right? Frelly the Penguin, he ended up like, he had a drugs problem. He ended up with the drugs problem. No, actually, I think both of these had a drugs problem as they got older. You know what I mean? That's what's really hilarious about this, right? But Robbie, right? He ended up a tough guy, right? He ended up a proper tough guy, right? And apparently, here's a joke I made up about him, right? You know, because of the owl costume and that, like. I made this joke up. I've got to tell a story, haven't I, before I make the joke up, you know what I mean? But here's my joke about Robbie, like. He ended up going to another school, you know, to become the, you know what they call a cock of the school? He left our school and went to another school to challenge this guy who was the cock of the school, you understand? He was going around fighting people. Do you reckon this owl costume did it to him? It made him, like, you know, it made him go violent or something, right? And he went to another school and he used to batter. Apparently, he became the cock of his school, right? He actually became the cock of the school. He could batter anyone, kind of thing, right? And I made up this joke, say, like, when he used to, you know, when he used to have these fights and beat people up, like, did he swallow them, like, and then spit them out as a pellet? Do you get it? Like, he spit them out as a pellet. But look at the peak. It's proper aerodynamic, and it's like a chevron. What they call a chevron, innit? Alright, anyway, I'll tell you what I'll do now. I'll get back onto the big screen. I'm sorry about that, guys. I did actually laugh, didn't I? I thought I'll talk about this, right, and try not to laugh. You know what I mean? That's the whole point. I only have to think about that school play. You know, when I'm having hard times, I have a bad time and I'm miserable and everything, like, I just go, pfft. Just think about the school play, you know what I mean? It'll cheer me up. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the story. Let's carry on. I was just thinking, I don't know where to save that. Yeah, I'll save that, yeah. Save that, man. So it's a little souvenir, isn't it? You know, a bit of comedy, like, I don't know. Right, a school play. So who's got that video, man? Iceman's had a heavy night. Who's got that video? You can't save to this PC. Select another location. What are you talking about? Oh, forget about it. Let's cancel. Let's forget about it. You can't. Hold on. Let's do that again. I know what we did. No, I don't. No, forget about it. Let's go. It's all on YouTube, innit? Who cares? Don't save. Look. Yeah, let's try again. Just wondering why I didn't save. We'll just do play. Okay, you can't say. Oh, please select another location. Location, that's it, isn't it? Save as file type in. This PC. Oh man, get out of it. Hold on. Ah, that's it. I know what I'm doing. Pictures. Right, saved it now. It is right. So that's a little souvenir, isn't it? Like, so I'll print that out. You don't get t-shirts. Let's hold on before we get off. Let's just see it as a picture. See how like as a t-shirt, man. Pictures. Pictures. Well, hold on. I'll show you some funny pictures, eh? Oh no, I went back. Hold on, go back. There it is. I don't know. Yeah, man. didn't go too deep into that because there was some more details. You know what I mean? I didn't want to go too far. Right? Do you want to see some pictures of me? Yeah, I'll show you pictures of me from about the time when I was in school. When you know what? Do you want to see a picture of me? Who's on, by the way? No one else is on. Oh man, everyone's gone. Oh wow, that's weird. All right, 23:25. Before I get off, right, I'm going to get off in a minute, right. I'll show you the picture from that era, like. These are all pictures from when I was a kid and all that, like. Where is it? Come on. There we go. Here we go. Here's a picture from the era, like. That's me there on the left. Right, that's in school. That's me brother. That's me brother in front. But that was about the time when I did the school play, you know what I mean? Oh, man. Okay. All right. No more pictures, no more vintage pictures. It's time to. How long have I been on? I've been over nearly 2 hours, man. All right. So everyone's gone now, haven't they? Has everyone gone to bed? Or have we got one of these Dustin Navarro? What are you playing at, Dustin Navarro? Who are you? What are these VOM red things? I don't know. I haven't got a smartphone. I haven't even got a smartphone, so I don't know what the fuck you're doing it for. Okay. I'm finishing off this beer. This is a really drawn out beer review, isn't it, man? And I might. Alright, I'm getting off. I am getting off. No one else is watching. It's late. I've done my review. And I've definitely given it a 10 out of 10. Look at it. I've took over an hour to drink this beer. It's like Oh, it looks like cough medicine, like treacle. It's beautiful. All right, guys. There's no one else watching. It's late at night. Everyone's got. What happened? Why do people just disappear off the lights? It's not like I'm not bothered. You know what I mean? It's not like it's a problem or anything. But like, do like people get blocked? Do they just suddenly disappear because something's gone wrong? I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting off anyway. I'm going to say to everyone, thanks for watching. If you watch this in hindsight. Oh, hang on, there's another one. Geraldo Lee. Look, if you're males, right? Listen, Geraldo, right? Don't take it personally, you know what I mean? I'm a homophobe. Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry, mate. I'm a full-blown homophobe. If your name's Geraldo, at least do you know any females you can put on there? Like, get a chick on there instead. Stop, I was doing a talk earlier about like spirits of homosexuality to try and make straight men, you know what I mean? Like make confused straight men. Obviously, I've got some gay followers who, people who watch me, they might like fancy me or something. They might be gay and that. I understand, you can't help it. I'm very handsome and cool. You know what I'm saying? Well, come on, put some women on instead. Stop don't. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. You understand? Alright, I'm getting off anyway. That's all I've got. Is that all I've got going on here, man? The sex heads have hijacked me live stream. I'm getting off. Thanks for watching. See you later. Yeah.